If you spend a lot of time at a desk in an office or in a cubicle, working from home sounds great. You get to set your own schedule, work wherever you want, and you don't have your boss looking over your shoulder all day. There's no question, working remotely has plenty of benefits. Working from home means that you are able to do things you couldn't if you worked in an office. Still, if you're used to working in an office, the transition can be a bit of a shock. With more companies starting to allow their employees to work remotely, there's a good chance that you might be considering whether it's right for you or your team. In addition, now that the coronavirus has become a pandemic, it's a good time to start preparing for what it might mean to work from home for a few weeks, or longer. In that case, here are a few tips to help you be productive. Tip number 1, make a space. If you find yourself working remotely, especially if for an extended period, the first thing you should do is create a landing spot. That doesn't mean you always work in the same place, but it does mean that you have somewhere to go when you need to hunker down and get things done. Have a spot where you can feel organized, with all of the tools you need to get work done. By the way, this shouldn't be the kitchen table. That doesn't mean you can't get good work done there, but it does mean that you should have at least one place that is set apart just for work. Even if you like working in the middle of the chaos of life, there will come a time when you'll be glad you have a place to go when you're facing a deadline or need some time to think. Tip number 2, shut the door. Speaking of having space, it should be one with a door that you can shut. Just like working in an office, remote working has plenty of interruptions, often from your family. Sometimes that can be great, but it's a good idea to let everyone know that if the door is shut, it's work time. That's especially true if your work requires lots of video meetings or phone calls. Tip number 3, keep in touch. When you are working in physical proximity to your team, it takes a little creative thinking and an intentional effort to stay connected. Tools like Zoom, Slack, and Basecamp make that relatively easy. The important thing is to create a plan and have the tools in place so that you and your team know how you're going to communicate. Tip number 4, organize your day. One of the challenges of working from home is that you are far more responsible for managing your own workload. That means creating a plan each day. In fact, you may prefer to make a plan the night before, which would allow you to get started first thing in the morning. You may also prefer to chunk your time by creating blocks on the calendar for different tasks. That may help you organize the things you have to do, and keep distractions at bay. It's also a great way for individuals who don't work normal office hours to account for how and when they will get things done. Tip number 5, turn off the noise. Finally, when you really have to get work done, it can help to turn off interruptions like notifications. Set your devices to Do Not Disturb, and schedule a time to check email and respond to important messages. That will help you stay focused, and not get sidetracked by endless Slack threads about things that can wait until later. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you all in the next video. Till then, take care, stay safe, and don't forget to subscribe the channel for more interesting videos.